All right, hello humans. If you can't hear by my voice right now, I am overjoyed at the fact that we have finally gotten Fire Emblem news. It's been 2.5 years, like I said in my video yesterday. I'm glad. I was kind of right, honestly. Like, maybe the remake was canceled and maybe we got a new game. Any game at this point is fantastic for Fire Emblem. It's slated for release in 2026. It's not the FE4 remake that I wanted, but we are returning to Fodlan in this game. So what I'm going to do is we are going to analyze this trailer bit by bit, like I always do. I'll dissect it completely, and we'll go from there. I am unfortunately traveling all of next week, but what I will do while I'm traveling is write down a shit ton of analysis notes. I'll keep watching this trailer. I'll keep looking out for more information, and we'll go from there. So let's take a look. It's on the Nintendo Switch 2, which is what I wanted. I really wanted the graphical upgrade, and immediately, let's just take a look at this world. So, honestly, this looked like it's in more of a modern setting. When I initially first saw this opening, I didn't think this was going to be Fire Emblem. You can see these walls up here. I'm not sure if these are bridges. I initially thought they were train tracks, but it's kind of odd. There's like a bunch of them all over this major city. There are these interesting ports here, which we will see a little bit later in the trailer. There's this kind of Colosseum thing that's underwater and then has it in the middle. I don't know which city this is in Fodlan. The only one I can think of is the port city where we end up fighting, what's his name? Edelgard's uncle. I can't remember what his name is, but it kind of looks like this, if I'm remembering correctly. But otherwise, it's just a really packed city. There's also this dome thing here in the middle, which could be some kind of theater or, again, another type of Colosseum. There's an outer wall here with this part of the city on the middle, and then there's this big part on the outside. And I really don't know what all these little minor things are. Like all these protrusions, these gates, if you will, it feels kind of scattered. So I don't know which part of Fodlan this is. Again, this is the Colosseum. We can see some pretty big buildings. It looks like there's a stairs that you can climb up top of the buildings here in this massive sort of lookout point with a glint at the top. Again, indoor view of the Colosseum. The minute I saw these kind of look like battalions from Three Houses. So that's kind of what gave it in. We were streaming on Speedy Stream, and the minute I saw this, I was like, it is Fire Emblem. This is Fire Emblem. It looks very Fire Emblem. Got the nice little clapping music. Okay, here we've got two lords kind of sitting in a major viewing area. The interesting thing about Three Houses is we didn't have a blue-haired lord, and we didn't really have a red-haired lord either. The only redhead I can think about, which is more of an orange part, is Sylvain from Three Houses. Blue hair, I don't really know what to make of this, because again, we didn't have any of the blue hair, but these seem like pretty major lords. So I would have to re-look at the pictures from Fire Emblem Three Houses. If there's anyone that kind of looks like this, I will put them up on the screen during this video. Also, dagger here, so make of that what you will. No weapons on this one. This kind of reminds me of Edelgard from a distance. Like, if you look at it from far away, the red armor, the white with the gold tinges, it kind of reminds me of Edelgard's post-time skip design. But here we can very easily tell green hair, tiara, pointed ears. This is a dragon, like a Saros side view type. Matches with Flame, matches with... I honestly kind of looks like just the general look of dragons. Rhea, Saros, all of that.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength.
Okay, bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. I have no idea why, but here we see a glimpse on another character. Purple hair this time. Also not sure where the purple hair is coming from.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. But I want to go back a little bit and take a look at this character. So this one honestly kind of looks like Saros. The skin tone here looks a tiny bit darker, but with the horns... There's no pointed ears here, though.
The devotion in your beating hearts.
This is very reminiscent of Dimitri's pose from post time skip when you find him in the tower and he's kind of sitting there moping with his weapon by his side. This is very similar to that, with the rain as well. I think it was raining during that.
Hear me now.
I don't know who this is, but like, if I'm going to claim a waifu to start with, I think we got a winner here so far. Last time it was Shamir immediately when I saw it. This one looks pretty good. Kind of looks like dancer garb. Not entirely sure yet, though.
That the heroic games have begun.
Heroic games in a coliseum. There's probably some sort of competition here. Maybe a tournament arc. Tournament arcs in anime are super popular. I don't know how that would interlace with a story, though. Let's keep watching. This one kind of threw me off because you've got this guy with also a little dagger at his side. We saw him earlier. Seems like kind of a main character type. And then this girl looks like she's coming into like an isekai world. Like got her schoolgirl outfit with a little purse and glasses. Two very, very contrasting characters here.
I only want to fight.
All right, sorry. I am not stopping this quick enough. So, hub world, very clear. We're running around. The fruits look slightly more 3D than the textures that we had in Fire Emblem Three Houses. So clear switch to upgrade. We've got some pottery. This is a marketplace sort of deal, but you're able to walk around and wander around. So it sounds like the hub world is back.
I only want to fight so I can save my...
I thought I saw something, but never mind.
So I can save my...
All right, continuation of the hub world. There is a statue of this person. I would have to zoom in and try and see what this is, but this looks like the same dude who opened up, who was just announcing stuff, the dragon guy who was standing there, and we have him holding a spear.
father's life.
All right, this is where we get a lot of information. So that looks like Geralt, right here on the right side with a sword. I don't know if it is, but from a distance, zoomed in, that looks a lot like Geralt. This here, green hair, kind of looks like a Fire Emblem character. I can't tell who, but this is probably new. Fists is a brawler. This one kind of looks like Saros' silhouette, but it's not. Also, multiple different colors here. We've got teal, blue, red, and teal again. I wonder if that's just a green color versus blue or what it is. We've got a blue character here with two teal, two blues that are clearly player phase. This one looks like it ended turn, both of these, and this one hadn't. This is an enemy unit. And then I don't know what these guys are. It's an orange-haired playable character. This kind of reminds me of Tomas a little bit, maybe. And this guy looks like Alucard. And it's the same dude that we just saw. And then here we see our main character. You've got physical damage, so I wonder if they've just gotten away from the attack and they're just going physical and magic here. Hit rate. Not really sure what PRT and RSL are. I feel like, have we seen those before? And then obviously we've got level. We've got a flying indicator here, and it's an Orneus Rider. This is a new class. We haven't really seen it before. He's flying on some kind of bird. And then I don't know what this icon is right here. The kind of red and purple one with the three things. Let's see if we see any other people. But yeah, you can clearly see the mounted icons. All right. They're going way too quick. But attack, blaze arts, combat arts, dismount. You can get off of your mount now. Item, storage, wait. So I wonder if this storage thing means it's a lord. Items probably for your vulneraries and whatever. Attack for your weapons. Blaze arts and combat arts. We've had combat arts in Fire Emblem for quite a while. I wonder what blaze arts are going to be. They've really not given me much time here in between. Okay. So physical, hit, crit, curse. That's interesting. Skill is basically, I guess, your weapon type and your rank. Range, we know what that is. Attack speed and avoid. It's pretty... Durability is also back. Confirmed. Bronze Spear, durability, 25 out of 25. Interesting they don't show it up here, where they usually have it next to the weapons. And then our main character can use swords and lances. Good to know. All right, here is our attack screen. We've got a Thunderclad Knight Charioteer, so this is a new class as well. It seems like they're going for this sort of Roman thing with the Charioteer. This looks like a mounted ostrich, actually, now that I look at it from a different angle. And here we have a character that we didn't see before, which is a spellbook user on this side that wasn't very visible. You can tell on this minimap that these teal dots also look different from the blues. So I wonder if the teal is like a representation of the green units instead. And then you can see all these enemy units. So there's a big map. And I don't know what this little star icon is up here in the top and bottom corners. But yeah, pretty basic UI. Again, we see this icon over here that I'm not sure about. These come back from 3 houses, the alternating LRs, the LZR buttons. This looks like a crest over here in the bottom left corner next to the weapon icon. So I guess the crests were not banished. So it'll be interesting to see which route is now canon because the crests are still there. We have HP bars here and here. I'm assuming the 0 is just showing that we're doing enough damage to kill the person and that we're not taking enough. So that's okay. 44 crit, 100% hit, HP, and then the amount of damage we're doing, and they cannot attack back because it is a 2-range enemy. Interesting. Mounted, and then I don't know what this icon means, but I'm assuming it is more of like an assault weapon kind of deal. All right, quickly we get in. This is a critical hit. Nightly Senses seems to be a skill that is activating here. I don't know what that does yet. And then the main character, I'm assuming this is Sai or Kai. I don't know how this is going to be pronounced. Critical hits are 3x damage still. Animations are pretty clean, honestly. I don't know if it's... Let's look at this again. I can't tell if it's using engage animations or if it's using 3 houses animations.
What I seek is a great strength.
Okay, what I seek is a great strength. Let's look at this character from a different angle. Okay, normal ears. Not a dragon. Or at least, I don't think she is. Here's a good view of her. She's got a little horn tiara. Sort of blondish hair, darker skin complexion, green eyes. Looks like a villain. Kind of gives me the Aversa vibes a little bit, but just blonde. And it looks like she uses some kind of lance.
An unyielding strength for any
Damn, she really wrecked him.
foe. Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear.
Well, maybe she is an ally unit, because here we see her, yeah, noble. Okay, her name is Theodora. You can't see it because this is covering it up. But Theodora, noble, on foot, level 18, also has this thing here. Mahadu's spear. This is probably some kind of unique weapon. Here we see another different character that I'm not sure about, and this is a boss. There's also a character here that's an ally unit with an eye patch that uses swords. Interesting. Disturbing Strike, I'm assuming that's either a skill or some kind of art.
Above all,
Gambits. Gambits are back. That wasn't in the previous screenshot of the menu, but here we see Gambits again. So, once again, another returning aspect from 3 houses.
above all.
Yeah, Disturbing Strike is the Gambit, and then you can see it hits multiple tiles. And then here we've got a couple of more ally units that aren't very clearly visible. Sorry, I'm trying to pause to see if I can get any more information out of this, and it doesn't look like I can. Again, the map here looks like there's a few ally units, a few enemy units. This is probably near the end of the map. And then Gambits, uses 2 to 1. Noble, this is a class, I guess. And then there's another little icon here, and I don't see a crest like we saw earlier. I wonder if this icon is the type of Gambit that they have, because the enemies have them too.
To lead my people. Strength enough for
Yeah, so we see the Gambit animation here, pretty similar to how it was before. Sword with a little crest here. These are the same as the crest weapons that were used in the previous game. Here we got our full view of Dimitri 2.0, or Alucard. He is a sword user, the guy who was sitting in the rain previously. His name is Dietrich, and he is a Myrmidon. And the sword is called the Answerer, so definitely a unique looking weapon. Again, more different units here with an axe, this one with a lance. And this is the same book dude that we saw in the arena earlier. There's weather conditions. We can see the rain icon here in the bottom left corner. And yeah, his icon looks pretty good.
It is imperative that I face it again.
All right, so we got a little warp blaze art here. So it seems like, I want to see, did they show us the menu for the blaze arts? Yeah, okay, hold on. I got to really pause quickly to get that. Right. So we have Moving Shadow, Stifling Shadow, and Umbra Calamity, and they cost HP to use. So that is an interesting mechanic. I wonder why this one is darkened out. It won't let him, even though he's definitely got more than enough HP. It goes up to level 37, but I wonder why this says level 1. Oh, that's just level. I was reading too deeply into my analysis. And then Blaze +1. So I'm assuming this Blaze +1, it has the same icon that we have up here. I wonder if this is like some kind of meter and Blaze goes up, which is the red part. And then if you use some different type of move, it goes the other way. Would be an interesting way. We can, let me see if this gets consumed. But yeah, Moving Shadow warps up to 3 spaces, then unit can attack. So interesting. They're giving us these arts that sacrifice your HP to give you some utility, which honestly could be interesting depending on how they use the map design.
It is imperative that I face it again.
Yeah, look up here. Once he used it, that red here turned purple. So we definitely see that go up here. I don't know what that means yet, but we'll keep an eye on that mechanic.
I must cull it.
Here we've got the different swords. Flissa seems like another unique sword that is armor effective. We have the Answer, a magic sword counted among the hero relics, allows use of the bloodletting combat art. So they're really not hiding that this guy is Alucard inspired. I mean, he looks like a vampire. Bloodletting is here. You know.
With this blade.
All right, dude, they really got to stop jumping around so quickly here in these trailers. I'm trying to analyze, man. I'm trying to do my job. Okay, so a lot more skills on the bottom left side here. Yeah, these are skills. I guess they're not battalions. They're just skills that he has because this is +5. I wonder if this is just strength +5. This kind of looks like another crest formation, and I don't know what the other two are. Maybe this is like Sword Fair or something because he's a Myrmidon. And then, yeah, nothing else new here that I can see. Murderous Intent. I feel like that was a previous skill in Fire Emblem. But yeah, another skill that was activating, and he definitely had that same icon there. Just missed it. There. This icon is just about to show up for Murderous Intent. Right there. So it is a skill, I guess, that activates during battle. And then 48% crit. Lots of attack and hit rate. This guy's pretty strong. I mean, if I were to guess, this dude is just a Dimitri reincarnation, and he's slamming down. There is a crest here that has a horse on it. We'll table that for now. We'll go back and see if any of the other attack animations had it, actually. Where was the previous attack animation that we analyzed? Yeah. So there's another crest here. So I wonder if these are factions. This guy's got a blue faction with some kind of like sun icon thing with curves. And then let's go back to what we had here. This guy had like a horse faction. So I wonder if... Yeah, the horse here. And these ones have this kind of like cross spear thing. Don't know who this is. Is this the same girl we saw earlier? But clearly there's some fire in the background. Fire Emblem, fire in the background. Pretty apt.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
Okay. Some kind of revenge arc. And then we have our... Looks like someone who's wearing a little bit of a dance. We're in a theater. Here, there's a different crest here up on the walls. Some bodyguards, and this is our dancer girl. Aha, here she is. She is playable, and her name is Leda? I can't really see. I wish this would leave me alone and go away. But also, what does manage guard mean? That's interesting. I don't know what that is. And then here we have a spellcaster with blonde hair and an axe user with a shield. These are different. She has her blaze gauge completely full, and this PRT RSL are maxed with no attack and hit. So that's interesting. And she has a void +20 on the forest tiles. So let's see what she does. She's going to go to Blaze Art, Dancer. She's got a bunch of songs. Song of Beasts, summon a demonic beast. Interesting. And here we see the requirement is this many of this, which I don't think we have enough of, do we? And it does Blaze +4. Maybe we do. We'll have to wait and see how this mechanic works. But yeah, she's got a lot of different songs, so I guess she fights with these summons. So Nintendo might sue themselves based on the most recent Pokemon patent. And then here we see the icon for this dude. Yeah, Leda, again, a different type of emblem or a crest or whatever with a flower on it.
Reason I refuse to die.
Guitar, and she summons a monster, and the monster attacks. So we saw that girl from earlier with the glasses. I wonder if this is like a student or something. I'm not sure. And then our main character's got some glowy thing coming out of his hand, kind of like Mega Man shooting out pellets. There's some kind of magic going on. These look very Roman inspired. There's someone falling face first here with their feet out. That's funny. That is definitely a playable character. And I don't know who this is in the background either, but is that some kind of like massive bow with chest wrapping and like a samurai sort of thing? But this dude looks pretty badass. Whoa there, Alucard, trying to kill someone. This also might be either a playable character or a villain.
And now warm blood is served.
Did he say warm blood?
Warm blood is served.
Wow, warm blood is served. That's pretty kinky, dude. But yeah, another vampire reference. What the hell is going on here? Guns? In my Fire Emblem game? Wild.
Served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
All right, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So this character with a mask, we all know what mask characters mean. It's just Marth or Lucina. No, I'm just kidding. But some kind of interesting crest here around their neck that looks like it might be another crest formation. This dude is someone we saw just a little while ago, and this is our dancer girl that we saw, and now she's holding a sword, so that's interesting, and this guy's an axe user.
My feelings? I refuse to accept defeat. Not now.
This is clearly an Edelgard parallel. Now, the deeper I look at it, this staff here is this is a very dramatic goddess pose. This is a good thumbnail, actually. And then here she says, "You think you can deny me my feelings?" So I wonder what's going on. This is also a really good thumbnail.
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now.
This guy's getting caught here, and there's a crowd watching, so I wonder if he's some kind of thief.
For those who stand upon the final stage.
Another good thumbnail. There's a lot of good thumbnail poses here.
I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.
Divine Sovereign. We've heard this Divine Sovereign thing before, and it's usually related to the dragons, so it's a pretty good chance that guy's a dragon. Fortune's Weave, Nintendo Switch 2. Is there anything else here? Yeah.
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
We know who this is. 2026. Yeah. So this is Sothis. And she says, "The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?" I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say this is not a prequel. It is a sequel, which sounds interesting. We have an older Sothis, and she's saying, "Have you forgotten me so soon?" Which means we are far down in time as to what is going on. And I don't know how they're going to play this, because if it is a sequel, it's anyone's game, really. Wait, I wonder. Is this like maybe a Claude descendant? And this girl, Edelgard descendant? And Dimitri descendant? Now, I don't know who this one... Did I jump too far ahead? This girl might be a descendant of. I would have to sit and think about it, but it would make sense. Another 3 routes, multiple different factions, as we've been seeing in the combat. There are a lot of characters in this, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're going all out with like the multiple different factions. You've got this tournament arc in this city, different people. Definitely a very interesting setup. I don't know if I have any further spot analysis, but it looks like this trailer had a lot of things in it, so I might have to give it some thought and see what's going on, but I think that's about it for this video. We got a lot here, so tell me what you guys think. Obviously, I'm super hyped for this game. Like, I couldn't be any more hyped than I already am. But yeah, that's it for this video. Damn, I've been going for 25 minutes for analyzing a 2.5-minute trailer. Who'd have thought? But yeah, that's about it from me. I'll see you guys hopefully very soon in another video. We're going to get the machine cranking again with more Fire Emblem. Peace!